Finally, we're at the last of the main Pokemon games to check my progress for. So, let's dig in. Pokémon Legends ZA for the Nintendo Switch 2. This is the most recent one. And I played it a lot, so I'm really fresh on what I did here, and there's a lot to go over. So let's see where I was. Okay, I was probably doing some training Pokemon. Here's my character. Look at that. It's great. Let's take a look. My outfit. What are we doing here? No hat. No eyewear. Leather gloves. These ones don't matter. Opera shoes. Leather square satchel. Lightning earrings. Very cool. Take a look at my looks. Got the angled eyes. Teal contacts. I don't know how long I've had those. I might switch that right now. What should we do? Some of them are a bit silly. These are bright. These are very bright. Yeah, we'll stick with teal. It's good. Natural eyelash, pitch black, eyebrow average, pitch black, no lip color, no beauty spots, no freckles, dark circles. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see, what else can we go over? Sure, let's start with the Pokédex. It's completed, of course. You know what it is. If you haven't finished this game and seen all the forums and things of Pokemon that you can get, watch out, spoilers. So I'm about to show you everything. Because this is my third game with the completed Pokédex. Oh, it's funny, it's showing the shiny version of some of these dudes. That's fun. I could probably go a little faster here. All of them are caught. And then we've got the Mega Evolution Pokédex. Again, watch out for spoilers here. If you don't want to see all these crazy Pokemon. They're still releasing some. I gotta get... Actually, I'm missing one. The new Garchomp. Just came out recently. I gotta do that still. I'm sure I will soon. Some very cool Pokemon in here. New Megas are awesome. So that's that, and then we've got the Hyperspace Pokédex. This one was a little harder to get some of these Pokemon. But I got it done. It was fun hunting them down. Is this the same? I guess it is. Mega Evolution Dex. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at my Pokemon. Just the Toxtricity I trained up. Ceruledge. These are not my story team. Abominable. Just for battling things I was working on. Not my starter. Very strong though. Goldango. Alpha Goldango. Awesome. Just cool. Okay, boxes. We're gonna do... Nope. So, I had it organized, and then the DLC came out, and then I kind of had it organized, and then I ran out of space, and then it became unorganized. But, a lot of it's organized, so we'll start here. This is the original decks. This is the Lumiose decks. Just run through all of these. I didn't even show my trainer card yet, did I? But we'll get there. There's just a lot going on in this game. I like how it looks. All these menus and stuff, it looks great. It's nice. Could be my favorite Pokemon game. In some ways it definitely is, but in other ways it's, you know, a little limited because you're only in the one city. I think that's the one thing that I think is fine for this game, but you know, just makes some of the other games interesting in their own way. So I have a full living dex for the original. Well, kind of. We'll get to it, but for the Lumiose decks, as you can see, in order. And then these are just random ones. So now these are out of order. These are just random. Like I said, I ran out of space totally. So these are forms. So these are, looks like the female forms of Pokemon. Again, part of the living form deck. So I guess it's not totally done. I'm working on some of the evolutions. So I need an Alakazam there. Eevee is good. I believe there's... that needs to be Steelix. Pidgeotto's random. Let's see. Flabébés. Floettes. Here's this special one from the story. Florges. Looks like these are two random Pokemon. We got the Furfros with different trims. We've got different size Pumpkaboos. The small, large, extra large. I need to put Gourgeist here. That's another one. So I'm not quite done with the form part of the decks. These are random. Random. These were shinies. I started doing some shiny hunting. We got Phalanx. Just leave it on this one, maybe. We got the Alpha. That's what I was going for. Choke, Tink-a-Tink. Mawile. We got Squawkabillies. We got the three colors of the hyperspace zone that I went in. So I got the green, a couple yellows, and a blue. Panpour, this was randomly on one of the avenues. Very cool. Pansage. A few of those. Pancham. That's random. Vivillon, these are just the hyperspace Vivillons. So we'll see about transferring in other ones. I guess they'd have to come from Go and Paldea to get the rest of them in this game, it looks like. So that's something I'll do. Got some alphas here. Okay, now this is the alpha living dex for the main game. I got Chikorita. Not completed. Still, I was working on it, but you'll see it's a work in progress. Have a lot of them though. Definitely have a lot of them. Actually, what do I have left? Some of the starters. Here we go. We got an Umbreon. So I need one more Eevee. Alpha. That is what I was working on last time for the Alpha Dex. And I know a lot of these probably would be easier now. I gotta get Slow King there. Now that they're in hyperspace, but I need Venusaur here. That's a random Hippowdon. So now things are getting a little unorganized, as you can see. But I don't know if I want to get them in hyperspace because I kind of like getting them in the Lumiose. So I might just do that separately. So we'll see. I do have an Alpha Umbreon, which is trained up, actually. So there you go. Trying to think. This is... Gengar was part of my story team. I had a lot on my team that I rotated in and out, so... That's what Gengar is there. These are random. Yeah, it's a little wild here. But the alphas are still in here. Some of the Rotoms. Alpha forms, so these are the female forms. And anything else. Random Rotoms. Yeah, I really ran out of space in this game. He's gonna start doing trades, but at this point I might be able to wait for home, we'll see. Flabébés, Floette, more Furfrou than I need, it looks like. So I'll have to sort those and do the trims. This is Hyperspace decks. Again, there are some that are out of place here, but some of them are in order. It is chaos. There we go. Pumpkaboos and Gourgeist, alphas, try to get all the different sizes, have to sort through those, which is difficult. Alright, so these are the shinies that I have in this game. Other shinies, besides the ones I already showed. Trubbish, Dedenne, Fletchling, Magikarp female, Diggersby, Doodoo, Garbodor Alpha, very cool. I think that was my first shiny Alpha, I think. Another, this one's a male Magikarp shiny, which is nice. Bellsprout, Kakuna, Clefairy Alpha, Tynamo, Klefki, that one was pretty exciting. Trico, Gourgeist, beautiful. Swablu, Litleo female, Carvana, another's Diggersby, Alpha Magikarp male, Jober, Machop. I was trying to show the dates. It's like I clicked away from that. They're basically in order, as you can see, just as I caught them. Jober, Machop, another Machop. This one is cool. Lawnmower, Rotom, Scyther, female, Pansage, not shiny, getting cool. The rest of these are just random. So, what are all these? A little bit unorganized. Some of these are in-game trades. Let's see. They all have my trainer name. They're definitely not all trades. There's probably only a couple in here, I guess. Some of these are like special guys. These are ones I was training, some of them. It's so mixed up. Here's Machamp, was part of the team. Tyrael, named after Diablo character. Angel. This is a Absol. Starmie is part of the team. Camerupt is part of the team. Talonflame is part of the team. Dragonite, trained after for battling trainers quickly in the Infinite Royale. Alpha Victory Bell, very fun. That's part of the team. Lucario is part of the team. I think this was my first shiny in the game, which is cool because it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Alakazam, female Alakazam shiny, was part of the team. Ampharos, part of the team. Roris kind of came in late when I was doing side quests and stuff, but kind of part of the team. Same thing for Tyrantrum. Let's see, Tatsugiri, not part of the team. So now it's unorganized. This one was, though, for the DLC. Hyperspace Sushi Paradise. These are ones you catch in the story. This one I trained for competitive, Metagross. Another Absol, part of the team for Absol Z. So I have 2 Absols that are trained up. Squirtle. These are just random again. This might be... No. Those are just random, I think. Trained? Okay, some of these are random. Random. These are like Pokemon caught in special areas during the story, I think. Some of them. Like these ones, Wild Zone 8, I don't think they're usually there. It was part of like a side quest. Carbank. This is the one that was next to Diancie, I think. These are random. These are trades. Yeah, these are traded. More special story. Nickit. This was part of my team. So was this one. Early on. These are early on members. Dudley, same thing. Early on. Medicham, yeah, was part of it for a bit. Another one from Diancie. Gift Bulbasaur. This was the first Klefki, I think, that you encounter. It's not really special because you can get Klefki in the sewers. Lumiose Museum, that's a special pupa, which I think can evolve into a different form Vivillon. Special Froakie, that's the one you race in the side mission. Diancie, Carbanks. Old Building Gengars, that's another quest. Wild Zone 3, this was like at the end of the game. Steelix, Gallade, I think both of these. You can't normally get them there. Wild Zone 9, same thing. This was part of a side quest, I think. It's this one too, in the graveyard. Trade, boys, this in-game trade. Spicy in-game trade. Stunfisk? Not sure what that one is exactly. It's something though. Another trade. Another trade. These are in-game trades. Molga is part of a quest. Shiny Mareep, part of a quest. It's a guaranteed one. Chespin, part of a quest. Fennekin, I think, same thing. Vernal Avenue, same thing as he like dug around. Cause Chaos. Watchhog, don't remember exactly that quest. But these are all like quests and like special circumstance Pokemon that you normally can't get in that area, so I kept them all separate. Events, distributions, we got Ralts. This is the one you get from getting the game early on. This is a Slowpoke, Japanese. Charizard. These are all... Well, you're not in an event. You're just a Grumpig, I think. Aurorus. Alpha. So these are not events. These are just random Pokemon. This is from a quest, I think. Yeah. This is a Kangaskhan I trained for competitive. Some more random ones. Lumio City. I think this is something special. Those are all random. So back to the this is hyperspace decks going in order. So as you can see, these boxes are kind of all over the place. But they're semi-organized, so cleaning it up won't be as bad as starting from scratch. Just gotta be careful I don't release something that's important or interesting. And that's it. We're back at the start. So that's my decks. Mabel Research. Completed the original track, or the level 50. Requests, completed all the original ones. I just have this one for doing hyperspace. I'm going to have to do... I think you have to go up to 500 for all of them. So I'm only like barely over halfway. It doesn't get you anything, but as far as completing the game, there's that. So I guess I can quickly scroll through these. There we go. What else? You know, I've done... Oh, side quests. Side quests. Missions. So all the main missions. Again, spoilers if you haven't done all this. Hyperspace. Did them all. Side missions. Did them all. But I do have the one, I don't know if it's a mission, but it's the new Garchomp. I know it's a hyperspace distortion. I'm assuming it is a download mission, like EX4 or something. So there's those. Unlocked every travel spot, of course. There's my map. I did not do the Rogue Mega like Gauntlet where you fight all of them. I haven't done that yet. So that's one thing from the DLC. Yeah, 66 reward matches. So I did all of that. What else can I show? Well, online, I've done every season. I've got rank A, season 1 through 7 so far. Let me just double check here. The current one is done. Rank A, Season 7. Don't think you can look at your previous ranks, which is lame. Definitely should be able to. But yeah, I've kept up with these. I had a really close call with one of them, where I started my last match on the last minute, finished the match, got rank A, and then was kicked out of ranked after that. For the season, because the season was done. So it literally was my last match I could possibly do, and got it. And I had to do really well that match too, and I had a crazy match. I'll probably post that at some point, but that was a fun time. I've recorded mostly all the seasons except the very first ranked battles I did. I don't think I recorded the first few because I was playing handheld. Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. Mystery gift. You can look through the gifts I've gotten. I've gotten everything I could so far. Except that Garchomp one. Let's check out the titles. These are the ones I like to pick. So I still have a lot of titles to do. And some of them I probably won't be able to do. There's a couple that are so specific and unlikely. So, but I'll show you what I've got so far. So, the different types, I have to use some types a lot. Some of them I've done. Just online battles, have to do a lot more, it looks like. I'm at, yeah, not enough. Came in first place at least 50 times, that's a good one. Oh, 100 times. Oh, nice. I didn't know there was a separate one. That might be new. I don't know. So, only need 11 more for that. Shiny collectors, good. Raising level 100 Pokemon. Completed Pokedex. Shopping, I guess I still have a lot to do for that. Get all the items. I did get, oh yeah, I did get all of the colorful screws and got the plushie. Did that without a guide entirely. Searched the map by myself. That was a lot of fun. It reminded me of Crackdown, collecting orbs in Crackdown on the rooftops. If you've played that game, definitely reminded me of that. It was a fun time. Earned money, side missions. Of course, got that. Smashing Mega Crystals. I need to visit more cafes. I'm pretty far along on that one. Mabel researches. Yes. Did those. Super effective attacks. Yes. Mega Evolved. Yes. Alphas. Yes. First attacker. Dealt the first attack. I guess that is something I'll get over time, or I can try to focus on it. That one's definitely in my control to try to do. Just find a fast Pokemon and go for it right away. I usually don't do that, actually. I usually power up and then go, attack people when they're already battling. Flawless Survivor. So I think this is where you get through a whole match without dying or getting knocked out, which is really unlikely. Doing that 50 times is going to be really hard. I could maybe, I don't even know, put together something really defensive and avoid people. Might work? I don't know. Seems really unlikely. I guess I did it once, though. This one, even more unlikely. You have to be in last place, and then in the last 30 seconds, you have to come back. So this one's link battles, so this wouldn't need to be in ranked. So I guess maybe it's possible, like, playing with friends, it might be more likely. I don't know if it would or not. Because I wouldn't, I'd do it legitimately, so I don't know. But this Flawless one, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I guess you just got to get the right matchups. But once you get a high enough rank, it's like you're going against pretty good opponents, so... you could run around collecting items to heal and stuff. Just avoid everyone. Might help. Victories and Infinite. Did that, the 60. That was a lot. That was a grind. Ranked A in battle seasons. Yes, I did that. 3 times. Yes, I did that. 5 times. Yes, I did that. Because like I said, I've done all 7 so far. Taken part in ranked battles. Across 3 seasons, 5 seasons. Yes. Story completion for the DLC. Made many donuts. Got that. Hyperspace Dex. Rogue Mega Rush. That's that challenge I was talking about. I have not done that yet. Defenseless Dodger. That's something on ranked battles, I think. Or no. I think that's a side quest from DLC. This one too. So there you go. I mean, other than those 2, there's 2 I'm worried about. These 2 right here. I think if you're playing with 1v1 and you're tied, you could do this one. So if it counts in non-ranked, I could get that potentially easier than doing in ranked. Because a lot of time in ranked, if someone has 2 and that's last place, and the first place has 9, you're unable to do that. There's no chance at the end in the last 30 seconds. You can't do that. So Flawless Survivor, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you need to win, so if you can just find a way to survive, play defensively, use the right Pokemon that can resist, and you got to get a little lucky with who you get matched against, That'll be the last one I get. If I ever fully complete the titles, this will probably be the last one. So, something to work on. Right now, I've mostly only played for the getting to rank A, and then I usually stop, because that's usually a good amount of matches per season, so... But once that becomes my main focus, I will probably be doing a lot more matches, and I'll have more Pokemon to choose from. I'll train up more Pokemon and have more teams. So that'll be fun. I think that's it for this game. So that's Legends ZA. A lot of fun. A lot more fun to be had. Next up, I'm going to show... There's a few other things I want to show, but I'll definitely do Home, so I think I'll just jump into that now, Pokemon Home. So that's next.